What's up guys, and welcome back to another video. Today we are going over 10 wrestlers who flourished after going solo. Without further ado, let's go straight onto the video with number 10, Booker T, a part of Harlem Heat. In 1993, Booker T made his WCW debut with his brother Stevie Ray as one half of Harlem Heat. They would hold the WCW tag team titles 10 times. After the team split, Booker became a single star and won the WCW Television Championship in December of 1997. He would go on to hold that title until spring of 1998 when Chris Benoit would cost him the championship. Booker T would hold the championship 5 more times in his career, as well as hold the United States Championship once. By the time Booker made it to WWE, he would be a 4-time WCW champion and would win his 5th on Raw in July of 2001. After he dropped the WCW Championship, he would go on to become a Grand Slam champion, King of the Ring winner, and a WWE Hall of Famer in 2013. Number 9, Scott Steiner, a part of the Steiner brothers. First, they started off in WCW, then they moved over to WWE, and eventually they came back to WCW. Scott Steiner would be in a tag team with his brother Rick called the Steiner Brothers. They would win 7 tag team championships in WCW as well as 2 tag team titles in WWE. The team split when they were in WCW when Scott attacked Rick and joined the NWO at Super Brawl 8. Scott Steiner would go on to bleach his hair and beard and started to increase his muscle mass. In 1999, he would win the United States Championship and the television title. He would be a top heel in WCW in 2000 and would defeat Booker T for the World Heavyweight Championship at Mayhem in November of that year. He then went back to WWE in October of 2002 and began feuding with Triple H over the World Heavyweight Championship, but was unable to win the gold. Number 8, JBL, are part of the Acolytes. After Bradshaw and Farouk would split in 2004, Bradshaw would appear on SmackDown under a new ring name, John Bradshaw Layfield, and under a new character where he would wear a suit and tie as well as a cowboy hat. He would quickly be put into the main event scene where he would feud with Eddie Guerrero over the WWE Championship. He would win the gold at the Great American Bash and hold onto it until WrestleMania 21 when he lost it to John Cena. A year after he feuded over the WWE title, he would begin feuding with Chris Benoit over the US title, which he would win at WrestleMania 22. A few years later, in 2009, he'd win the IC Championship in March and hold it into WrestleMania 25, where he lost it to Rey Mysterio in 21 seconds and would retire from professional wrestling. Number 7, Jeff Hardy from the Hardy Boys. When Jeff Hardy returned to WWE in 2006, he was in a tag team with his brother Matt until 2007. After they lost their tag team titles, Jeff Hardy began chasing after the IC Championship. He would win the title for the 4th time in September of 2007, and he held onto it until March of 2008 when he had to drop it due to a suspension. He returned in May of 2008 and faced Umaga in a Falls Count Anywhere match at One Night Stand. He would be drafted to SmackDown and would challenge for the WWE Championship on multiple occasions, and he finally won the title at Armageddon in a triple threat match when he defeated Edge and Triple H. Number 6, Edge from Edge and Christian. Edge was in a tag team with his best friend Christian from 1998 until 2001. When the team split, Edge immediately solidified himself as a singles competitor when he won the King of the Ring tournament. In his career, he would hold a combined total of 32 championships, which is more than anybody else in WWE history. Edge has been a part of some big feuds, including his feud with John Cena over the WWE Championship and his feud with The Undertaker over the World Heavyweight Championship. Edge would later be forced to retire due to a neck surgery he had years before, and he was inducted the following year into the Hall of Fame. Number 5, Dolph Ziggler from the Spirit Squad. In 2006, Dolph Ziggler was in a male cheerleading faction called the Spirit Squad under the ring name Nikki. The group was sent back down to OVW, and Nikki wouldn't be on WWE TV for a few years. In late 2008, he would be repackaged as Dolph Ziggler and began a slow rise to stardom. While his rise to the main event level was slow, his big push would come in 2012 when he won the Money in the Bank briefcase for the World Heavyweight Championship. The night after WrestleMania 29, he would cash in the Money in the Bank contract and defeat Alberto Del Rio for the World Heavyweight title. He would reach high levels of stardom until September of 2016 when him and The Miz feuded over and helped legitimize the IC title. Number 4, Roman Reigns from The Shield. The Shield was one of the biggest factions in the last 10 years of the WWE. The members were Seth Rollins, Dean Ambrose, and Roman Reigns. All three of them would see success after the faction split, but the member that would see the most success is Roman Reigns. Roman would go on to become Vince's guy and would have a very quick rise to the top. He's only been in the main roster for a little over 4 years, and he has already won the Royal Rumble match, main evented 2 WrestleManias, and he also has won 3 world titles already. However, many people do reject him as a new face of the company, but Vince McMahon has been pushing him to the moon, and he has become one of the most successful superstars in recent years. Number 3, Triple H from DX. At WrestleMania 14, Triple H's DX partner Shawn Michaels was forced into retirement due to a back injury. That meant that Triple H would take over the leadership position in the group. He introduced X-Pac the next night and also joined forces with the New Age Outlaws. After Triple H took over, the group became more popular with fans. After the faction split in 2000, Triple H would become one of the biggest names in WWE history. He would hold 14 world championships as well as put on some of the biggest matches in the company's history. After he finished up his full-time career as a wrestler, he would go on to be the COO of WWE and become in charge of the NXT brand to help build new stars. Number 2, Bret Hart from the Hart Foundation. The excellence of execution started off his WWE career a part of Jimmy Hart's stable, the Hart Foundation. He would win the tag team championships with Jim Neidhart twice while he was a part of the stable. After the team split, Bret Hart began working as a singles competitor and went after the IC championship. He would win the title for the first time when he defeated Mr. Perfect at SummerSlam in 1991. He would continue his time in the IC title picture until August of 1992 when he dropped the title to Davey Boy Smith in the main event of SummerSlam. Afterwards, he would be a main eventer holding the World Championship 5 times. His last world title run would however end in controversy when Vince McMahon screwed Bret in his home state. And number 1, Shawn Michaels from the Rockers. From 1985 until 1992, Shawn Michaels was in a tag team with Marty Jannetty called the Rockers. The team broke up on January 12, 1992 during the famous Brutus Beefcake's barbershop segment where Michaels superkicked Jannetty through the window. After that segment, HBK rose to stardom and would become one of the greatest wrestlers in WWE history. He would hold 4 world titles, become the first Grand Slam champion, be the first person to win 2 Royal Rumble matches, and put on Match of the Year 11 times according to Pro Wrestling Illustrated. Shawn Michaels has had a great career following his split with Marty Jannetty and would be an inspiration for many wrestlers to come. And that is it for the video. As always, I hope you all enjoyed. If you did, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe for more. Make sure to follow me on Twitter at Pllana. Check out my other channels, Official Life Hacks and NOLA VP, and I'll see you all later.